Alright, welcome everyone to another Tuesday review, and this time, a new game that is called The Amazing Princess Sarah. And as you can see from the artwork, it is catering to people who enjoy a little bit of fan service, but what we're more looking at, is this game actually fun? Is it enjoyable? Is it worth buying? Is it worth playing? So let's go ahead and start playing this game, and I will show you. I have played through this game several times. Let me show you what this game is all about. So you have, continue, new game plus. We'll have like a start, aside from continue. Continues if you've already started a game, you can continue it. New game plus, we're gonna go with here and just do like a regular game here. So you have different game modes. These are going to be locked when you start the game. You only have normal princess, and you have like several other ones that are locked. These do actually kind of tell you what they do. They don't give you a name for them, but it will tell you what they do. So you have normal game mode is game as normal. Angry princess that I have unlocked right now is you have the ghost of the princess. Princess is actually darker skin tone, red hair, green dress as opposed to the normal dress color, and the normal looking princess is a ghost chasing you. It's the ghost of the times you died in the game, basically, seeking revenge. And it chases you up until you get to the boss of each level, and then it stops and you fight the boss, which is actually good because I'd rather not do that. Fairly challenging. Drunk princess, the screen is constantly shaking, or moving basically. So that's a fun time. And then you get a double jump in here, but enemy levels are increased, so it's a harder mode, basically. And again, you get different things on these modes here, so different modes to play the game, to run through it, to continue on, and then you finally destroy Lilith. So you have harder and harder levels that the game actually wants you to go through in order to beat the game, in order to complete the game. So we're going to go to normal princess and show you the game. Starting a new game will overwrite your save, but we're doing new game plus, so it does remember the fact that you've already beaten the game, already beaten previous modes, so you won't have to redo those. The basic story here, you have the king who's just minding his own business when a bunch of minions come. And the king's like, what's going on here? He's panicking. And then the demon Lilith comes. Lilith is wanting to capture the king. And she charms the king, captures the king. And of course now the king is under the spell and is being captured. Princess shows up, trying to save her dad, but big old demon comes, and he's a boss later on in the game. We get to fight him, carries the princess away so Lilith can capture the king, and we have to rescue the king. Because we start off basically princess with a sword. And you get to pick things up too, so you have pick up, throw. You can kill enemies with your sword. You can do that. You can also kill enemies by throwing stuff at them. You can boop, kill an enemy, pick up the enemy, throw enemies at other enemies. Some enemies have special effects. Like archers will actually cause a rain of arrows to fall down. Bomb enemies will actually cause things to explode. Zombies, you have to throw them at something, otherwise they respawn and come back to life. I should say, they don't respawn, they come back to life, because those two are actually two different things, but in either case. And this is the game right here. You go through levels, they get progressively harder to manage. There you go, rain of arrows. Has potential to be a really fun game. Here's these bomb guys. You can pick up their bombs that they drop. Be like, oh look, bomb. Boom. pick them up. Boom. Boom. So this guy, to make sure he doesn't come back. There we go. Overall, this game is pretty simple as far as it goes. It gets harder. You have bosses you have to face. You basically have stuff to throw at the bosses. The game gives you ammunition. You don't have to worry about not having something to throw. You can also hop on enemies, minus these fire ladies right here. You do gain experience. You gain levels. I'm at level 76 right now. I've played the game that much. I've been trying to actually face Lilith. Initially, I thought you had to be a certain level to face Lilith. But now, I'm figuring out that in order to face Lilith, you have to actually beat all the game modes. You have to complete this game on all the challenge modes in order to face the true final boss. This heavy guy, you can't move fast or jump while carrying him. Oh yes, and the fire ladies over here, they have a fire wave effect when you throw them. So yeah, the game, it seems like it has promise to be a very fun game. There's a lot of potential here. One criticism is the controls. They seem a little off. A little delayed, if you will. Like, it's not quite right. Like, it seems like a real slight delay to when you hit jump and she actually jumps. Like, it's almost unnoticeable, but it definitely feels off. Is it a big deal breaker when it comes to the game? I mean, I managed to play through this game and have a relatively good time. You will see a lot of enemies repeated. There's not going to be like a lot of unique enemies. Like a lot of enemies you see in one level, you'll see just palette swapped in a different level. The other critique, I would say, would have to be the one challenge, which is actually going to be Drunk Sarah, or Drunk Princess, basically. Don't try that one, is my recommendation. Unless you are like impervious to getting motion sick. If you never get motion sick, after doing one level, you cannot run through the whole game in just one sitting doing that. You have to take breaks between the levels because it just messes with anyone's stomach. Like, it will make you nauseous to play on that one. I don't know if I will actually complete this, but the Drunk Princess level is really something I wish they just didn't do. Like, it's not so much challenging as it is just a pain in the butt. Like, no one wants to play a game and then feel like after each level you're about to throw up. That is Amazing Princess Sarah, and just to kind of show you a quick, that's what the camera does. And on top of that, you have to platform doing that while looking at this camera oscillating back and forth. It'll make you just want to get through the level as fast as possible, ignoring all enemies. Like I said, I don't know if I'll complete this game fully, if I'll get through all the challenge modes. I can't say that I will. I'd like to try, but I really don't want to also. So, should you get this game? Is this a fun game? Would I recommend this game? Kind of? Sort of? If you think you can get through and handle doing all those challenge levels, including the Drunk Princess level, by all means, give it a try. Give it a shot. If you get motion sickness very easily, I'd just say maybe just play through this and ignore the challenge levels and just consider the game finished at that point. If you just don't want to even bother because that's going to be a bit too big of a hindrance, then maybe don't buy this one. The game is $5. It's a $5 game. It's not horribly expensive if you wanted to try it for yourself and just see, oh, maybe I could get through it, maybe I could try it. However, I wouldn't blame you for passing on this one either. This is kind of a mixed bag. Like, on one hand, I had fun playing until I got to Drunk Princess. On the other hand, I kind of would wish it would let me complete the game without having to do all those challenges. And I wish the controls were a little tighter. This is a maybe fun, but I mean, if you want, give it a shot. I'm not gonna say you should. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't. This is kind of a maybe for me. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this review. As always, be sure to like, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Honestly, I appreciate you just watching this video. If you want to comment, I do reply to comments. But thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay awesome, and we'll see you then.